Hi guys, thanks for stopping by my channel again. The weather today is absolutely shocking. I'm glad I came home when I did because I've been out for the gym and got a couple of bits and pieces in Primark. But honestly, I was getting concerned. The car was just going mad, so I've decided to come home and do a little storm inspired look. Yeah, have a cup of tea as well to warm me up. So, like my previous video with the pinks, this isn't a look I would normally go for. And this is just something a bit different and weather relevant, shall we say. So, as you can see, I have my contour, is that the right word? My concealer and stuff on where I need it to be because my skin, again, is breaking out, which isn't good. So I just use a little My Perfect Colour concealer stick from Primark. It's 90p and it's good. So yeah, I've primed my eyes, so we're just going to get started. So today, because it is cold and horrible outside, the palette I'm using is the Ice palette from Makeup Revolution. So you'll see in a minute why, because look at all these sort of cold weather colours. So yeah, I did actually clean this brush, so I don't know if it's dry enough to use. I think that's a no. So we're just going to start, and I'm using my Real Techniques brush. It's the number 301. So we're going to start with the base, and as usual, I'm going to be looking in a mirror that's here. Probably could do with a clean. Let's see if I can give it a quick clean first, because I would like to be able to see. I do have a mirror just here, so I'm going to be using both just so you can see all angles. So as I said, this is another look that is slightly out of my comfort zone. I don't generally go for bold colours. And then after this, I'll be giving my makeup a good old wipe. No, giving my brushes a good old wipe. Because if that's the colour that's on the mirror, then what colour is stuck in the bloody brushes? Anyway, so we're going to go in with this brush, which is a fluffy brush. And the colour, let's see, so they're very blue, but for the actual base colour, I think I'm going to go in with this one here, which is called Crystal. And we're just going to apply it to your eyelid. I'll come forward so you can see. It kind of is like a frosty minty green, and I have had darker colours on this brush, so it is coming out a bit darker, but that works. And you just want to bring it in circular motions and follow in the shape of your eye that you wish. I'm going to try and keep this video somewhat short and sweet because I'm sure you're all fed up with me blathering on. But yeah, whether that happens or not, who knows. So it's actually quite a steely colour because, as I say, I have had darker colours on this brush, but for all intents and purposes today it's fine. But I do plan on cleaning them because I can't be going into work with green eyeshadow. Hell no! That would be a bit awkward. So, once you have that, you want to make sure they're even. And as always, you can add more easier than you can remove. And we're going to sweep it underneath her eye. And smoke it out a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the darkening it down part. So, what brush, baby, what brush? Right, okay. We're going to continue to use the brush that we used for our base, purely because I like the feeling. This is in the way. Just want it 2 seconds. That's better. So we're going to use this brush again, and this is going to be our main brush for applying, and then we will have different brushes for different things, obviously. So the next colour I'm going to go into is going to be this nice top blue here, which is like a indigo-y denim-y blue. It's called H2O, so this is going to be our next colour, and all I'm applying this to is just like my crease, and I'm going to be blending it out. So you want to apply this in a circular motion again. And this time we're going to sweep this under already. But yeah, the weather today is absolutely atrocious. I've never known us to get so many storms one after the other. So Owl Dennis is out there blowing a gale. Last week it was Kira, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. But Dennis seems a lot angrier than Kira. So and don't worry if you have it look quite low under your eyes, because we will be fixing that after. And again, this is about getting the colour that you want to achieve, and then we're going to blend and really smoke it out. Now, I know with the pink I said that was a colour that I probably would wear. Not sure about the blue, but we'll see how we look after, won't we? Next colour we're going to go into is this nice one here, which is called Break, and it's like a dark green. So again, same brush, and tap it, and we're just applying it on top. And following the lines we've made. This look is really about layering, really. It's just about, it's really how you want it. There's no, I'm not doing like a this is exactly how you do it. If you have different colours you want to use, you go right ahead. And do share them with me. I like to see other variations. Already it's quite dramatic. Now, next I'm going to be coming out of this palette temporarily, and we're going to be going into, oh, that's the wrong one, going into this one, which is the Morphe 25B. The reason being there's nice purpley shades here, which are going to really emphasize the, just pop that there, the storminess. So we're going to go into this one here, which is like a dark purple. Same brush. I know I'm such a trump. But we're just going to like really deepen down to give that angry storm cloud sort of look. You could use black, but I like the purple idea. I think it's a bit more, I think it goes better with these colours. If I want to use my smaller mirror. Just so you can follow along. It just really emphasises the feel of today, I think. Okay. Then, once we've got that done, we're going to go back into the ice palette and using a flat detail brush. I'm going to go into this one here, which is called Glacier, the silvery one, and we're just going to pat this onto our eyelids. It's quite sparkly, so that's something to remember when we're blending. You don't want to blend the sparkle away. Then with the same brush, we're going to take this colour, Immerse. It's like a rosy gold type. And we're just going to apply this to our brow. And bring it down. Okay, so now that's done, they do look a bit messy, but we're just going to blend. So I'm using this fluffy Real Techniques brush, and like I said, you don't want to blend away the glitter, you just want to be blending the edges, so in a circular motion, and you want to do it like outwards, just to really smoke it out. And then underneath. Now, so that's the main section of the eyes done. I'm going to move on now to my base. I have my Damp Beauty blender, and I'm going to go in with my matte base from Makeup Revolution in the shade F8. And you just want to put a tiny little bloop on your hand like this. Someone wants me. And we're going to be using this liquid highlighter. It's the Makeup Revolution Mermaid Scales one again that I used for my glowy Valentine's. So this time I just want a tiny drop. Just to add to that sort of frosty glow. Oh my god. There. So I've just put a tiny bit on top of that if you can see it. And we're going to mix it all about. And apply in like a stippling effect. And whenever you're coming up to this, try not to get it on because you'll end up with blue and grey down your face. So you want to just do it gently around there. And then once you've done that bit, you're fine. And you're just blending in like a stippling motion like I mentioned. Down the nose. And you can use the beauty blender at the edge of your eye just to kind of clean up any shape of it that you don't want. Ugh, itchy scalp. So that is our base done, basically much. That's basically much our base done. So I take a little cotton pad and wipe the back of my hand. No, I need to set my base with powder when I'm using the Jane Airedale compact, which is nearly done. I'm just using a little powder brush and we're just gonna apply it as you would expect a powder to be applied, obviously. So, moving swiftly onwards, I am going to work on my face still. And I'm now going to move on to my contour. So, Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour. So, because we are going for something a bit more dramatic, I'm going to go into darker. So this is this colour here, which is like quite a reddy brown. And to get the shape that I want, I just go, and I do here and here, out there, and just on my temples. Keeping it moving. And you want to make one, I'm trying to think of the best word, one dab of the colour to last as long. You're just really shaping your face. once you're happy with that, you can go on in and highlight. So I am using this little colour today, this white one with gold in it, and we're just going to be applying this down the nose and on our cheeks. And a little bit on our temple too. And then I'm also going to use a little bit of this pinky colour here, so it's like a little bit of a blush. Right, moving on. I can hear the wind out there, it's mad. I'm going to also contour down the side of my nose a little bit. Not by much, but using this shade so it's not as dark. You just want to bring it in a little bit. Next, I think I'll do my brows next. So, as always, I'm using the Wonderful by Rimmel. And I did actually tidy my brows earlier myself. So I'm just gonna brush them up. Make them a little bit more fuller. So that's that bit done. Right, okay. Next is the scary part, so I'm just going to make myself some space because it's time to do our eyeliner. So just tidy up a little bit. And I would normally use the Rimmel, whatever it's called, liner. But today I'm using this one, which is semi-permanent eyeliner in like a metallic smoky grey, which is from CYO, from I do believe Boots. So as you can see, it's a bit gloopier than your usual liner. Come on, focus. Focus on that bitch. Right. Anyway, so again, as normal, I can't talk. I'm going to be using my little palette mirror, and I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see what one is doing. Ah. Okay. So, silence, please. There. I just think that colour goes a bit better with the colours of the eyeshadow I've used today. So that's actually a good line. I'm happy with that. You guys happy with that? This is when I go and F up this one. Right, okay. close enough. But because I am kind of making it a little bit different, I'm going to do a little line. So it's like a little fishtail liner. And once that dries in, you'll see why, but it's a lot glittier than the usual. Now, for the lips, I'm using, ooh, my cushion has slid. So I'm using this NYX Liquid Suede in the shade 23, which is called Club Hopper, and it's like a dark purple. Now I have put Vaseline on my lips because it is very drying. But I like it because it's quite dark. I'm nearly finished, so we're going to go in with my mascara. Now, just to finish off, like I said, I made a little sort of fishtail thing, so we're going to go back into that shade from Ice. We're going to go back into Glacier, and we're going to just colour it in, just for an extra little thing. I think this look would be better for fancy dress, but if you want to wear it out, you knock yourself out. And while we're here, we'll just put a little dollop in the corners. So that is pretty much my Stormy Day makeup look complete. I will lift you down. But yeah, so that is us done. I thank you for stopping by again. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any comments or questions or requests, drop them down below. Click like, share and subscribe. Oh, I sound like one of those guys. And yeah, thanks for stopping by and I'll see you soon. Bye!